Alrighty, so here is your week 2 attendance, and I do attendance post after I grade the work that's submitted for that item. Really for Thursday, but the attendance will cover, and as I scroll forward, you can see this. The attendance from here on out covers really the work that's being submitted both Monday and Thursday. So I try to do kind of a review of that work to just say what I see missing sometimes commonly and things you want to give a heads up to. Okay. So I want to say a word or two because it seemed like most of you, not seem like you did get this part of it done and you did a really nice job. So let me just say that. Congratulations. That's awesome. Um, one or two of you on the Hello World actually were uploading images into Canvas, and that's not the idea because part of web development is actually being able to connect one system into another and embedding an image from one system into the other totally is what happens on the web many times, not all the time, but many times. So just know that that's one of the things I saw trip you up. And here's the other I want you to kind of get in your head is like, I grade each day, and I believe I've said this already, so I'm going to say it again. Now, why do I do that? Partly because I want you to know I'm paying attention, partly because it's an encouragement for you. The reason you want to submit things at least 24 hours before the due date is that if you've missed something, I can give you that feedback and you can fix it. But here's what I want you to know. If after the due date you ask me, hey, can I fix it? Do know that you are subject to late grade, which reduces your points possible by 25%. So it's my encouragement because trust me, I need encouragement too. I mean, it's not just students, people in general need a due date in order to help them kind of stay on track with things. Okay. It's very common. What I would say to you is that I've set that due date in a way that is trying to both give you flexibility if you happen to be somebody that works at night, late at night, but also when you're submitting right at the due date, getting help may be a little more challenging, which brings up Discord. So, besides just talking about the due date, I just wanted to say a word here about the different systems, like because I already had a couple of questions this morning, right? So, in this course, we have Canvas, we have Zoom, and we have Discord. All right. So Canvas is really where we do the work. You reply to each other. It's really our main system. So most of the time, that's where you're working. Now, for my office hours, which by the way, if you look in syllabus, you will see when they are, right? So generally, not generally, Monday, 1 to 150, Tuesday, 1 to 150, Wednesday is a little later, 5 to 550, Thursday, 1 to 150, and Friday, 11 to 11:50. So what are those? Those are for you to come chat with me directly. They're most likely will be twist between you and I, but it might be a couple of students in there, depending on how many folks, how many students have questions that day. But that's what that's for. Now, what is Discord for? Discord is so that if I'm not around, or even if I am, is like you can ask the class. Like that concept of being able to ask anybody in the class a question kind of is what that is intended to do. Because if you're sitting in class, then obviously I'm going to reply. And if you're asking questions during a time I can reply to Discord, I will. Because I totally get the wanting to have that immediate feedback. But I just want you to know that, right, that system, and I get that this is not I just want you to know that system is not really to connect with me directly. The best way to connect with me directly is through Canvas, especially if you have great questions. And honestly, that's because the campus, that is a system that is mandated and controlled by the campus. So is Zoom. Discord, I run on my own outside of the campus. So I have to kind of walk a little gently around direct communications. Whatever. You're like, why do I need to hear this? Well, I want you to know there's a reason because a couple of you have been reaching out to me directly. And I just want you to know those kind of conversations are best suited. And most likely, their grade questions are really best suited on Canvas. That way, we have a track of that. So I just want you to know. So work ahead. Know that there's a benefit to working ahead, and let's just look forward to like forward meaning look forward to and look at next week's work. I already appreciated a question on a Discord, I think, about one of the items, which was what to name this file, because each week these now become important, that each item each week has that same structure of a lecture, a hands-on, and a current topic. Okay, now I may change the order, you'll see that later, right? But these are done through GitHub, and there's a video for each, so I don't want to go over them, but I did have a question. It was great that there was a discrepancy between the file name as far as what you name it and what I talked about in the videos. So these videos are actually from last semester, I believe. So I just want you to know that. And then really coming up on Thursday is you're going to do the roadmap. And then this is where GitHub Pages comes in. And just anyway, the whole week. But this one is one I've seen trip students up before, and I'm pretty sure I covered that here. But I just want you to know, when you're doing this assignment, what you're providing to me is your GitHub URL. And this is not within our organization. This is on your own GitHub profile. Okay. So this is really important that you give me the right URL. What I would say is the public facing one, not your public repo, but the one that is setting out that you're going to create. And it's really important that you do it the way I require. And you can see here, though, in this case, you do have to write about it, but there's no replies required. So that is one thing I do want to chat about just for a second here, is that if you're also working ahead, but you haven't done the replies yet, I don't pre-grade it. So if there's a requirement of a reply, and you want it pre-graded before the due date so that you can see if you got something wrong, make sure you do all the replies, because that's when I go in to actually grade it. Okay. All right. I think I did. And by the way, I notice I only have a few of you out on Discord. So I definitely suggest you get on Discord. That way, when you do have questions, you can ask them. All right. I hope this helps you into week 2. I will prep week 3 and have it released sometime next week, because this day, the day I'm recording this, is Friday of the end of week 1. All right. Peace out. Have a great weekend.